The last area that I'm going to talk about is leadership. It's important to realize as we're getting into this one that leadership doesn't just mean that you're the boss, you're the one in charge. You can lead from the middle, you can lead from the back. Leadership is a character trait in the sense that I'm going to be talking about it. So you can develop your leadership wherever you are, and you may move into a position of leadership, but you don't have to be in a position of leadership in order for this to apply to you. So what are the characteristics of an effective leader? First, there's vision. In other words, this person needs to be able to see beyond just what's here in front of them today, beyond the task at hand. They need to be able to step back and put get a view of the big picture. Now, depending on your personality style, you might naturally do this. This might be who you are, as you tend to see the big picture. If you're that kind of a person, there's going to be times when you have to kind of step down off the mountain and get into day to day, because that kind of a person can always be seeing the long term, and maybe if they are the supervisor, they give out a lot of directives and start a lot of new programs to get to that big goal without realizing the capacity of the people that are having to carry out those tasks. So a person that naturally has this vision, this strategic planning, needs to step back sometimes and really look at how can this be carried out day to day. So they might have to adjust some of their expectations. Now, the other personality style of the person that is very focused on the day-to-day and wanting to get things done, they tend to build and carry these things out, but they sometimes need to take a step back from that, kind of lift their head up from what they're looking at and look down the road and see the big picture to see how this fits in with where they want to go. And so they can see some of that long-term goals and long-term vision so that they can apply what they're doing day to day to that and decide what changes need to be made. So from either side, vision is very important. Communication is obviously a big thing for a leadership position. Again, no matter which position you're in, as you lead others, as you lead the people around you, as you influence your team, being able to develop solid communication skills is very important so that you can get across the things that are important to you and the things that you need people to hear and to see. Adaptability is vital. Times change, things change. You might have a task that you're working very hard on, and then other things move around you and you need to adapt and change directions. So being adaptable and developing the ability to be adaptable is very important for this leadership role. Integrity is vital as a leader. We talked about that as a character trait. We talked about that as a character trait. Having good integrity matters. If you're going to lead people, they need to know that they can trust you. And having integrity develops trust. People don't have to trust you just because you have a position of leadership. People don't have to trust you just because you say they should. People learn to trust you, and you develop trust with people by having integrity, by following through on the things that you say you're going to do. And emotional intelligence. This is a huge area all on its own. But emotional intelligence needs to be developed if you want to be a leader. In other words, you need to be somebody who's not going to overreact anytime something happens. You need to be somebody who can maintain their own emotions and can learn how to read other people's emotions and how to help develop those emotions. So emotional intelligence is something for you to look into. It's one of those things that fits under this category, and it's very, very important for you to look at and to develop. So when you take all of these things together, what I want you to do is just take a little bit of time to reflect on what you learned in these videos. What have you learned? Write down the things that you've learned. Jot down some notes and see the areas that you need to work on, the things that kind of struck you as you went through this, the important things for you to focus on. And then write 1 or 2 action steps on how you can apply durable skills to your life, either your personal life, your life at school, your profession. Write down some action steps that you can take and then look at those. Write it on a 3x5 card and carry it with you so you can look at it every day so you can continue to move forward in your durable skills. Good luck with this and have a great day.